In math today, we're going to have reverse roles. Typically, I am telling you the problems and the story problems to solve, but today you are going to tell the stories. So let's go over our DLO, we'll review our addition and subtraction vocabulary, and then it will be your turn to tell a story to match an equation. Here's the DLO. Today I will reason about numbers and operations. Now it's your turn. Today I will reason about numbers and operations. Let's go over a couple words in our DLO. It says, today I will reason. That is going to be you explaining. So when you're talking with someone, you're trying to reason with them. You're trying to communicate with them, talk to them, and explain the story. So reason means you're going to explain it. We know our numbers, 0 through 10, and the operations, plus and minus. I've never seen the word operations in kindergarten before, and this is the first time. So now I'm happy that we've learned that vocabulary word, and you actually get to utilize it today in our DLO. So we're going to reason, which means explain, different numbers, and operations, our plus and minus. So let's go over our addition and subtraction vocabulary, quick as a bunny, and then it'll be your turn to reason the equations. Okay, here's our first operation. What operation is that? Plus. So plus, when you have a plus sign, you are adding. So I'll write add. Oops, I have to push harder. So our operation is plus. There's the word plus. Plus means add. When we add, we're getting more. When we're getting more, the total number is called the sum. When you add with a pirate, you will see you're getting more for you and me with a yo-ho-ho and a rum-pum-pum. When you add, you're getting a sum. Okay, let's do the next operation. What operation is that? Minus. Minus. When we have a minus sign, we're going to subtract. Subtract. When you subtract with a pirate, yo ho ho, you will say, when you subtract with a pirate, you always take away. Take away. When you subtract with a pirate, you're always getting less. Less. There's not as many. When you subtract with a pirate, you'll find the difference. Difference is the total at the end. Yesterday we learned a couple other vocabulary words that had to do with the problems that it was talking about. It said leaves, like left. Leaves or left, like the monkeys left the jungle. They're gone. They're not there anymore. Okay, so we've got the operation plus, the operation minus. Now I'm going to write some, eraser's right here. I'm going to write some equations, and you are going to tell the story. So I'll start off with one example, and then it will be your turn. I'm going to use the example apples. So here's an equation. Two plus 2 equals what? I'm going to make up a story to match this equation and solve it. So let's see. I could do a couple different things. I have a few strategies I could use. I could use my chips. You could use your flippy chips. Or you can draw a picture. I'm going to do both for this one. So for the first one, I'll just draw, I'll use my chips. So my numbers are 2 and 2. What's my operation here? Plus. Plus means we're getting more. So I'm just going to use my magnets first. 2 is the first group. How many are in the next group? 2. So I'll use a different color. my operation is plus, so I'm going to add them all together to find my sum. 2 plus 2. I can look at my picture and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. My sum is 4. If I didn't have a picture, but we are doing pictures today, I could put 2 in my head, 2 in my hand, and say 2, 3, 4. My sum is 4. Now I'm going to take these away and show you another way to do this without magnets. I'm going to draw a picture now. So I'm going to draw apples as my object. They kind of look like cherries, but that's okay. There we go. So I drew a group of 2 here. I drew a group of 2 here to match my equation 2 plus 2. And I've already solved it 4 because when I see plus, my operation means we're getting more. Here's my story, because you'll have to tell whoever is helping you today, you have to tell them a story to reason, explain the operation and the numbers we see. Our operation's plus, my numbers are 2 and 2. Here's my story. I had 2 apples. My friend gave me 2 more apples. I now have 4 apples. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Let's do another one. So I told my story, I drew my picture, and then I told my story. I started with an equation, and then I made up a story. Let's do another one. Okay, let's do... First, we need to look at what numbers we have and the operation so that we can reason and we can explain the equation with drawings and magnets to whoever's helping us. Okay, first, I see I have a group of 3, and I don't have another group of 3 here because my operation is minus. When we have minus, we take away. The difference is going to be less than the beginning. So let's use my magnets first. How many did we start out with? 3. 1, 2, 3. Started with 3. Minus. Minus means take away. 3. So I need to take 3 away. 1, 2, 3. How many are left? What's my difference? I had 3. I took 3 away. 1, 2, 3. How many are left? 0. Now I'm going to draw pictures. I'm going to use apples again. I'm looking at my numbers in operation. The first number I have is a 3. That does look like a cherry. Here are my 3 apples. Minus, take away, 3. I'm going to use the strategy of crossing out. 1, 2, 3. I took 3 away because my operation is minus, equals my difference. My difference is 0. Do I have any apples left? Nope. So the number that means nothing is 0. Now here's my story. I had 3 apples. I ate all of my apples. How many apples do I have left? 0, because I ate them all. I have time for one more example. One more. So in your book, you're going to be drawing a picture and explaining, you're going to reason the equation to your pictures, make up whatever you want. In the book, it has, you'll be drawing pictures of turtles and snakes. And then on the second page, I can't remember if there's a picture that you have to do, says, so they write this. So the second page, you can draw a picture of whatever you want because you just have to reason with the equation that's there. Last example. Okay. Here we go. 1 plus 4 equals what? So let's start off with magnets. My first group, I need to look at my numbers and operations. I have a number 1, I have a number 4. My operation is plus. So plus means we're getting more, we're adding. I'm going to use my magnets first. The first group, only 1. My second group, because we're adding, I can add more, put more on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to solve it and find my sum. When we add, how many all together? Let's count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My sum is 5. Let's do another way. If I didn't have objects, which we are using today, 4 is the greater number. I'm going to put 4 in my head, 1 in my hand, and count up. 4, 5. 5 is my sum. Now I'm going to draw the pictures. How many are in this group? 1. How many are in this group? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is my sum. Here's my story. I had 1 apple. I went to the store and bought 4 more apples. How many apples do I have in all? 5. So tell your story to explain your sum, the numbers that you have, and the operation that's there. Okay, time for one more subtraction, because subtraction was a trickier skill for our class to learn this year, so I'll just do one more. And I'll do a, what was the word yesterday? The, forget the word. Related. So I'm going to do a related equation right now with the one that we just did. Related means using the same numbers. Okay, 4 minus 1 equals what? I'm going to think of a story this time first and explain it. I had, here's my operation, minus means take away. I had 4 apples. I ate 1, it's not there anymore, minus. Now I have 3 apples. So I know 4 minus 1 is 3, so that's why I wrote it. Now I'll draw you a picture. I had 4 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. I ate 1 apple, take away. Now I have 3 apples. I'm going to circle the group that I have left. I looked at my numbers, 4 and 1. I looked at my operation, minus means take away. I drew a picture, and I explained my story using those numbers in the operation. So now it will be your turn to look at the equation that's given to you. You're going to draw a picture, solve it, and explain the story to whoever is helping you. All right, now it's your turn.